think that a lot of men expectations are that way because a lot of women don't bring much to the table aside from, right? It's reality. A lot of women overestimate their personality. They overestimate how funny they are. They overestimate how engaging conversation-wise they are. When in reality, the best and most desired aspect of you is the. So I think a lot of times that caters to a man's expectations, unfortunately.
It depends though. You're speaking to, I believe, a large percentage of men, but there are some men that graduated to a space where the sex is complementary. It complements the other things that you're getting. And the reason I'm getting excited to have sex with you is because we are vibing on a mental level. From an emotional sense, we are connecting. The part about it is that large percentage that I've been talking about pretends to be those other guys.
And I don't even know what to play for this one, bro. I mean, I guess I'll let you speak on that. That kind of threw me off.
Well, in this clip in particular, you know, how does, you know, when it comes to like how the relationship dynamic and what both parties are going to get, usually, you know, especially on social media and stuff like that, when a girl presents what she can do for you or what you get out of her, especially if she's attractive, she's going to say her company and her. Well, I mean, also encoded just her coochie as well. So it's like, wow, that's all I'm going to get. Well, you as the guy has to do X, Y, and Z, the usual things that society puts on guys to be able to do in order to have some type of value that pertains to something positive for the female. And that within itself, it kind of puts like a unbalanced dynamic. Her looks and wants the side of her against X, Y, and Z, the number of things that you could do since you're supposed to be the so-called demand. And you know, that within itself, it just kind of brings another shift in dynamic out there.
I do agree with the other dude that it like they do try to, like, you know, I've said this before that women do want to be valued for something other than the bedroom and their body all the time. I mean, that's just what it is. You know, they want to be valued, especially if they want a relationship with you. They want to be valued for more than that. But I think it's just when they try to sell those other aspects, like, okay, like, you know, when dudes overcompensate, like if they say a dude's short, he has to make a lot of money, or or if they say like if he's ugly, he has to be extra nice, you know, that type of deal.
Or funny.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of the same thing when women try to overcompensate, like, well, I'm funny, but it's like you're funny at the wrong times, or you're low key disrespectful, or you know, the things that would work for a guy ain't gonna necessarily, like, you don't have to do all that. Like, you know, a dude will accept you as long as you know, tolerable to be around.
Respectful, pleasant.
You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff that we have to do to make up for our lack of whatever it is, you guys don't have to do that. And I think I remember a comedian saying that a while back when, not a comedian, he was the comedian, but the guy was interviewing him and the scientists or whatever, they were talking about it. And I guess the women were like saying the woman comedian was just like, I have to admit, guys are just more funny. And he's like, well, guys are more funny because we have to be. He was like, you guys can just sit there and be beautiful. Guys have to have something to make you laugh. They have to have a quality about themselves to attract you. So that same point goes back into what he was saying. Like, they try to overstretch all these other qualities that may not necessarily be what the guy's looking for. And then if you only lead with your body, then now it's a problem because now you're more of a burden than you are an aid. So, like you said,
smash and dash, man. That's what some guys would probably look at it.
Yeah, you gotta you know, get with the right partner and appeal to his needs. If he's the leader in the relationship, then you have to know that you're gonna be the general. You know, if he's the general, you're gonna be the vice captain. Vice versa. If you're the general, then he's going to be the vice captain. And there's a certain role the vice captain has to play in order for the mission to be accomplished. So I feel like if they understood that wouldn't be an issue for them. But these conversations are not had enough when it comes to stuff like that. But that's all I got to say on it.
Well,
Yeah.
that's all I gotta say. I don't have too much to say about this short clip, but I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I mean, tell us what you guys think in the comment section down below, and just go on to the next video.
Alrighty.
I think like a lot of people are too lazy to.
Oh, my bad, Giles.
I
Boom.
think like a lot of people are too lazy to deal with a healed person, right? Because if I'm dealing with somebody that's broken, then I can show up and give bare minimum and still be held up on a pedestal.
Sure will.
Right? Because you don't know no better, right?
sure
You ain't
will.
never had better. So if I'm showing up giving bare minimum, doing things like opening doors and pulling out chairs, I'm looked at as, oh my God, he's just this incredible man. You see what I'm saying? But if I date somebody that's healed, that type ain't gonna impress
It's
them.
not gonna, no.
Because they're used to that. You see what I'm saying? So now I gotta really focus on being considerate. I gotta really be consistent. I gotta show up. I gotta do the things that a man is supposed to do, communication being one of them. And I'm too lazy to do that. So I'm gonna stay away from the healed person and I'm gonna deal with the broken people that I can be a hero. I think like a lot of people are too lazy.
I'm gonna let you go first on that.
Okay, so you're doing the bare minimum to people that basically have low self-esteem or they have trauma in their past relationship. Well, I mean, and in turn, I can see why some people can do that because they don't have to put much work into it. It's just that they can have quicker access to you, male or female, especially if depending on what their intentions are, and they can like give it to you in small doses, like kind of like a drug, how should I put it? A drug dealer to its oh my God, hold on.
Like the person buying it.
Yeah, a person buying a drug to its supplier, basically. So basically gives you small doses and you keep wanting more from it. So it keeps like a hot and cold dynamic.
Okay, he
And
pinching you.
Yeah, basically pinching you. You want to crave for it for more, but this person can keep going back and forth, 1 foot out, 1 foot in. So that one in itself, it's kind of much like an entrapment relationship from that perspective. But if you're dealing with somebody that's very high self-esteem, they know their worth, basic shit is not gonna make them fall over you. Now you have to put in the work in order to make that relationship work, and also to build some type of positive dynamic with each other. So both of y'all are both feeding each other positive things and able to thrive. So
I will say there's a caveat. I guess you could say. Let me play this. Wait. Yeah.
they heard it. I didn't heard it.
There you go. I want to play devil's advocate to this. Okay. Now, I said this before in a past video that as an American, a guy who grew up in America, born in America, my family's Haitian, right? We all know that Americans operate differently from the rest of the world, right? And I said this in a past video that as people in this country, we give ourselves more value than we actually are. I really want to go into what he defines as a healed person. Like, yeah, okay, opening doors is not a big deal, but it's just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna put it like this, right? Let's say I'm a young guy, I'm making a lot of bread, I'm up, I'm doing well for myself, I'm respectful, I'm whatever. And I have to choose between, I'm a straight man, I have to choose between two women, right? One woman who's probably 32, 33, got a kid, unfortunately, didn't work out with the first guy, and now they're doing better for themselves and their kid, right? And then I have a chick who may not be as, setting high standards, or she's just more chill to be around, a little bit younger than me, maybe close to my age or so. And I have to choose between the two, and she has no kids. Even though she may not be you know, broken or not healed, or is she maybe just regular? Like maybe taking her out to Buffalo Wild Wings, like the Pop the Balloon show.
Oh yeah.
That one where he was like, she wanted to go to Buffalo Wild Wings. She was like, and this dude wanted to go to Greece. You see what I'm saying? But she was a pretty woman. I'm pretty sure a lot of guys would want to get with her, right? So if I had to choose, I'd probably choose the younger chick, just based off the fact that she may not be, they're gonna be like, oh, she's not pushing you, or she's not gonna hold you accountable. It's like, why the hell would I want that? I already do that for myself already. I don't want a nagging mom. I want somebody I can get comfortable around, and, you know, we can go through our issues together and mature together. I don't want to deal with somebody already healed from their mistakes and now they have all these ridiculous high standards. I just feel like there's a level where you have to have common sense, like, because just because you're healed don't mean you're valuable to the next person. They could avoid you because of that. They could avoid you because they see you have high standards, but at the same time, they're probably avoiding you because you're not living up to those standards physically, or whatever the reason might be. They might be like, oh, that's vanity. I mean, that's very vain that you're basing it on physical, but that's very important. We're not gonna be dummies here and sit here and act like physical don't matter, because it does. It clearly matters. So you could be a healed person, but you may be not just attractive. You may just not be somebody they want to deal with. They'll take a broken person that's attractive before they take a not attractive healed person. So I want to see what qualifies as a healed person. Do you have to be attractive and healed to qualify, or can you just have the internal work done where you've done all the work, you're mentally good, you're going to therapy, you're speaking well, you're having all these behaviors, but you physically aren't on par? You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's going to be perfect, right? So I really would like to see what a healed person looks like, because I bet you right now, if you go in that crowd, a lot of them are single. I'm talking about the ones on stage. I know a lot of these dudes is not married, so they're healed and they're high value guys, but where's their wives at? Or are there, or then you could turn it around the other way. The women on that stage, I know, especially that one mean chick, I know she ain't married, so she's healed, right? She has high standards, right? But who wants to deal with you? Nobody. It's like, oh, then I'll just be alone. It's like, yeah, that is what's gonna happen. I feel like there has to be some context thrown into this conversation. When these things are talked about, they have to throw context, because it is important. Because people will take this and run with it. Oh, I have high standards and I'm not settling. That's basically what I just heard. It's like if I see somebody, if this person don't want me, it's because I'm healed and I'm high value and they just afraid of me. It's like, no, nobody's intimidated by you. They just find you annoying, or they don't want to deal with you like you're a headache.
Perception is my way or the highway. Kind of thing.
Exactly. So it's like we have to put in a lot of context into this conversation. But that's all I had to say.
Well, I mean, I really don't have much to say about this, or just the fact that if you guys want to have a good relationship, just get with like-minded people. Don't try to make it overcomplicated, but it doesn't have to be.
Right. It's like you didn't put a cherry on my cherry pie, so now I can't mess with you. It's like that's a very bad reason to disqualify somebody. But I'll let you go ahead.
So
and
overall, if you guys enjoy the videos, please let us know in the comment section down below. Tell us what you guys think about those two clips that we presented to y'all. So once again, we appreciate you guys for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell if you haven't already. If you guys want to give us any recommendation or ideas, you can hit us up on our social media or you can go down below. See you guys in the next video.
Peace.